so good to me. Let's say it together. My God is so good to me. So let's stand up. Gretchen's going to lead. All right, help me out. It's a beautiful day. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. My God is so good to me. Oh yeah, I'm feeling good down in my soul. Now God is so good. Feeling good down in my soul. Now God is so good. Feeling good down in my soul. Now God is so good. My God is so good to me. Say, in my time of trouble, I say, God, you're so good. In my time of trouble, I say, God is so good. In my time of trouble, I say, God is so good. My God is so good to me. In my time of triumph, I say, God is so good. In my time of triumph, I say, God, you're so good. In my time of triumph, I say, God is so good. My God is so good to me. Every day, in every way, God is so good. Oh yeah, every day, in every way, now God is so good. Help me out. Gotta take the time to praise the Spirit. Come on now. Yeah, oh yeah. Take the time to praise the Spirit. Take the time to praise the Spirit. My God is so, oh yeah, my God is so good to me. Good morning, Unity.
Thank you, Gretchen. Woo! Well, good morning, Unity. It is a pleasure to see you all here. My name's Fred Mahaffey. Thanks for saying yes to the call to be here. You know, there are no accidents. You're right where you need to be. Good morning, all. They're on the net. So before we get rolling, please take a moment, check your phones, make sure they are in meditation mode. We would very much appreciate that, all of us. Each Sunday, we come together here at Unity to celebrate our openness with one another, our oneness with one another, and with God. We welcome people of every culture, every lifestyle, every creed. We honor the many paths to God, the many names for God, and the many ways in which to experience God. We are grateful for the presence of God within each of us and the expression of love, joy, and truth that presence provides. And today we join with people all around the world who are reading today's daily words, which are pray for others. God's kingdom of light and love is established in our hearts. Merle Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, suggested that our thoughts should be used bringing God's kingdom of light and love and order and beauty and health into the earth, into the lives of all people. Like Myrtle, I seek to serve the world by seeing the perfection of God revealed in everyone. Centering myself in the presence of Spirit, I bring my loved ones and all those I pray with to mind. I do so with the awareness that the radiating Christ presence within is greater than any outer circumstance. God's kingdom of light and love is established in my heart as I affirm that divine love flows to them and through them. I see my loved ones strengthened, revitalized, guided, and supported in every area of their lives. And from the 6th chapter of Acts, the 4th verse, we, for our part, will devote ourselves to prayer and to serving the word. So if you would like to have available to you on a daily basis the daily word, we have copies for sale in the Sunshine Gallery, so be sure to pick those up. They're good for the months of September and October. I'm supposed to use a visual aid. This is what you're looking for. Great. And now Reverend Heidi has some updates for us and an opening prayer.
so let's just breathe into this community of prayer. I know Unity teaches that prayer doesn't change God or change something outside of us. Prayer changes us. It allows us to connect. It's like plugging in the divine circuits. So I'm glad you've said yes to being here in this community of light, love, and laughter today. Your last line is something I was going to work off of, but in number one, you know, we really want to feel this sense of aliveness and silliness within ourselves. So Fred told me today I look like good and plenty. I don't know, but I'm going to use it as an affirmation. That's all I'm saying. All right, so this is what we get to do at Unity. You know, we just get to have fun with it all. So I'm glad you're here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you. I'm good and plenty. Everybody can say that. All right. So I want to say thank you. We had a bunch of superheroes show up last Sunday. We had a great time, and we had a wonderful picnic, and thank you all for bringing side dishes. And Ro and her crew really knocked themselves out in that kitchen. So we have a picture of Ro up here. We want to say thank you to Ro and for all of you. And Martha, our coach, everybody was out there just rocking and rolling and playing games and eating, and it was really a great time. Peter Merkel, our DJ, that was so much fun. So I'd like to tell you that but there's more. There's always more. Ro is downstairs today selling hamburgers for $5. $5. And there's also the vegetarian field roast sausage also. So go downstairs. We're not like Wimpy. You can pay $5 next Tuesday, although you probably could. But so we have burgers downstairs, and so go downstairs and have something to eat and see Ro. All right, we are having one of our big fundraising experiences, and we do these fundraisers just to, you know, keep our building, you know, our 100-year-old building, like in shape, and our garden, and our wonderful musicians, and all that we do here. So we really invite you to come to the Linda Clifford concert this Friday night. It's going to be a disco concert. We're going to clear out the chairs. We're going to have beer and wine, and we're also going to have a silent auction. It came up that one of our congregants donated a week anywhere in the world that is in this timeshare experience, and it's like a magazine like this. Now you got to get your airfare, you got to get yourself there, but it's going to be raffled off this at the Linda Clifford concert. So you can't go anywhere in the world that you want for a week unless you come to the Linda Clifford concert. But it's going to be just a wonderful experience. We have a meet and greet that starts at 7. And the concert starts at 8, and the meet and greet will be meeting Linda, and I'm getting her to sign a CD. But let me tell you who's in this band. It's Bill Harris on the bass, Nick Coconato on the drum, Felton Offord on the guitar, sax is Jim Massoff, trumpet is Carrie Dedman, piano is Peter Polzak. So this is going to be an amazing rocking concert, so don't miss it, and we'll have Chris give you a little announcement at the end with a little video of Linda. So we're starting a new service called Unity in Espanol. So that's going to start in October, but one of the people that, one of our steering committee that is starting Unity in Espanol is Leda Santo Domingo, and she's starting she's going to do a one-woman show. So if you are a Spanish-speaking person or just would like to hang around a place and hear some Spanish, on Saturday night at, I believe it's 8 o'clock, they're going to be having this experience. So Gabby is one of the leaders of the program, and so you can go out if you want to come to that on Saturday night. Okay, also out at that table, we are going to be tithing this month to Central Romero, but this is the Domestic Violence Intervention Program, and so if you want to make a donation to them, that is what we do every year, and then we get the supplies for the backpacks, and we give backpacks to all these young people going back to school. So it's with Central Romero, and they're also out there at the Latino table. Yes, so many things happening over there. We are going on a Unity retreat. It's not going to be your usual retreat. It's going to be a retreat at sea. And it is our Caribbean cruise that is going to be at the perfect time in Chicago to get the heck out of here. It's January 22nd through the 29th. We're having a party next Sunday on the Lido deck in the library, although we may move it over to my house. But the deal is that if you have any interest in coming on a Unity cruise, there's already 70 Unity people going. It's the church in St. Pete, Florida. It's the church in Kansas City, Missouri, and our church and a number of other people that are coming along, but there's going to be speakers every day, and Karen Taylor Good is giving a concert the days at sea. So you just say yes. It's a totally refundable $350 deposit, and we just want everybody to come. And we already have about 5 people coming. So we just want you to say yes. And Tammy's over there at the Caribbean cruise table looking like Julie from the Love Boat. So that's what's going on. But do mark your calendar to come next Sunday if you want any more information about it, because there's all kinds of excursions and zip lining in Roatan. What else are you going to do in January? All right. So I wanted to say, let's see, I did, yes. All right. Also, Donna Burns, who's been a longtime member at Unity, her mom made her transition. Her name's Patricia Hedberg, and we're having her celebration of life next Saturday at 2 p.m. So you can come and support Donna. All right, so we're going to light this candle that represents this light within us. And this is often, life, there's things that can feel dark and confusing, and so we have to focus on that light. So for our opening prayer, I just invite you to put your hand on your heart. And as we say, prayer is really the ability to notice what perhaps you've not noticed. Just notice the cool breeze that's flowing in our sanctuary this morning. Thank you, God. And the sound of the little creatures in the trees and the trees themselves, just you can hear a leaf rustling. Just feeling grateful for all the air we have to breathe and having a chair that is designated for you every single week. Wow, I am so blessed. I am so blessed. Can we say that together? I am so blessed. And we just breathe into that new awareness of all that has already been given to you. And so knowing that that allows that light that's in you to get fanned up and flamed and bright and shiny, we can say together, I am the light of the world, knowing that you do that to acknowledge the God presence within you. So here we go together. I am the light of the world, and breathe into that truth. And then look at your neighbor, because we all need the mirror of another person to say, you are the light of the world. So you can turn around, look across, you are the light of the world. We always seem to have a lot of neighbors. This little one with the blonde curly hair is the only one like, yeah, I know this stuff. It's cool. And so we say, sending this out to our beautiful planet, to all the creatures, to all our brothers and sisters everywhere. If you want to raise your hands and open your palms, that's fine. If not, just keep your heart open. And then we say together, we are the light of the world. Together, we are the light of the world. Absolutely 100%. So, all right, so I'm going to invite you to stand up, and this is, as my Bible teacher told me at ministerial school, that unity is not a place just to comfort the afflicted, but to afflict the comfortable. So we need to look into one another's eyes, 3 people, and you say, I see you, and the person says back to you, I am here, and then they say to you, I see you, and you say, I am here. Okay, 3 people, here we go. All right, so we've been seen and acknowledged, and I am here, yes. All right. So we've had a lot of words and some laughter, and now we're going to have some fantastic music. So we are so blessed to have Tom Logan with us in the house here. Give him a hand.
Come a long way since yesterday, I say. And it's not the same old thing over again, I say. Just do what you feel and don't you fool yourself, I say. 'Cause I can't make you happy unless I am, I say, I've got to be true to myself. 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 Day in, day out, I've asked many questions, I say, only to find the truth, it never changes, I say. If you don't deal with it, it keeps killing you a little, I say. Call me selfish if you will, my life alone I can live. I say, I've got to be true to myself. Got to be true to myself. Hey, got to be true to myself. Got to be true to myself. Anyway, y'all. Hey. I don't care if it hurts. I'm tired of lies and all these games. I've reached a point in life. No longer can I be this way. Don't come crying to me. I too have shed my share of tears. I'm moving on. Yes, I'm grooving on. Well, I'm finally free. I've got to be true to myself. Anyway, y'all, got to be true to myself. Got to be true to myself. Got to be true to myself. You got to be true to yourself. Got to be true to myself. Anyway, y'all, got to be true to myself. Hey, got to be true to myself. Got to be true to myself. Gretchen Goodrich. Peter Paulzak right there. Bill Harrison on the bass. Sarah Allen on drums. Thank you so much. True to yourself.
True to yourself, yes. Sometimes we've forgotten that message. So I am so grateful to expand our consciousness with our friend, the minister, the Reverend Tom Wendt today. And I'll tell you a little bit about Tom. This guy is really full of good energy because he worked for ComEd for years, right? Okay, so he had early retirement from ComEd. You know, ministers, we work it all out, right? So he worked for ComEd for years, and in his retirement, he dreamed of going into ministry. And so 14 years ago, in 2002, he started working as the spiritual leader of what was called the Unity Church of Crystal Lake, which more recently became Unity Spiritual Center of Woodstock. He was ordained in 2008 through the field licensing program, which is available for anyone as a lay person deciding they want to go into ministry. So he retired from ministry in January of 2016 to pursue his full-time life coaching and inspirational speaking with a focus on personal growth and development. Since then, he's helped scores of individuals make important life decisions, live the life of their dreams, as well as guiding and coaching individuals in making prosperous business decisions. So we're just so fortunate to have with us Reverend Tom Wendt. Yes.
Thank you, Heidi. It is such a pleasure to be here, and thank you for this privilege, offering me this privilege. And ministers don't take turning over the podium to just anybody, so I feel it's an honor to be here. Thank you so much. I trust you've all heard the phrase of identity theft. Our daughter, who lives in Miami, has a vivid experience of it. It was the first day of preschool. She was 4-year-old Judah was kind of not in the mood to go to preschool, and she was running behind and rushed, and things just weren't working out the way they're supposed to. So she pulls up to the preschool, and in a rush, she gets Jude out of the car and runs into the school, locks her car, but her purse is left on the front seat. When she comes back out, the window is broken and the purse is gone. That was several years ago, and as she said to me just the other day, I'm still paying for that. And so I guess one lesson is don't leave your purse on the front seat, and it's interesting. When I was giving this talk in the first service, just as I said that, I thought, oh my God, I left my cell phone right on the console in my car, in plain sight. It was still there though, so. With criminal identity theft, you could be pulled over for a minor traffic violation, and if someone has used your identity illegally, you could be seen as a thief or a felon or something worse, be handcuffed and sent off to jail. The Federal Trade Commission estimates that about 9 million people lose their identity every year. So it's really important not to lose your identity to somebody else. And they offer a few ways to prevent that occurrence. One is awareness. I trust we're all aware of identity theft. Don't carry too much personal information with you, particularly your social security number. Buy a shredder and run a credit check every 3 months. So we know about that one, and I'm here to tell you, in my experience, there's another kind of far more pervasive identity theft going on, spiritual identity theft. Spiritual identity theft occurs when I permit someone or some outside circumstance or chain of events to prevent me from being who I am, and instead to conform to a person's opinion of me or the circumstances. So I'm inauthentic at that time, and whenever I'm inauthentic, someone has stolen my identity from me. I suggest we permit our spiritual identity theft, that is the theft of our identification with the one presence and the one power of which we are an expression, to be replaced with identification with the world of outer effects. Could be marketing. Marketing works on our spiritual identity all the time, in my opinion. My perception of what you might think of me, or many other things. I'll give you an example. There was a time in my pre-enlightenment days when if I would be driving my car, if you would tailgate me, I would become, in my mind, kind of a raging maniac. I would become really angry. As someone said to me during the break, I love these words, he said, you know, with just a few minutes of driving, I can find an opponent everywhere. I love that thought. I mean, I don't love the thought, but I guess I resonate with that thought. And so here I am, this unity person. The one presence and the one power in the universe is in my life is that idiot behind me who's right on my bumper. Completely living rent-free in my mind, in the penthouse of my mind, at the highest levels of my thinking, controlling me. And even after that person is long gone, I'm telling somebody else about this jerk, all day. That, my friends, to me, is a perfect example of spiritual identity theft. Except, you know what? That guy or gal didn't steal it from me, did he? Or did she? I gave it away. I gave it away. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the course, the Unity course titled The Quest. It's a year-long course. Over the period of a year during the Quest, I worked on my road rage issues. And now, should you be in the position to tailgate me when I'm driving, I will move over as quickly as I possibly can. And as you pass me, I'll say, hey, God bless you, man, or God bless you, girl. Get where you're going safely. That is so much less expensive to me in terms of energy than holding you in my mind all day. And then there are times. So whenever I speak, I don't usually say you, I say we, because I think we experience spiritual identity theft when family systems occur. And family systems occur, could be with your immediate family, certainly, but, and also at work, in churches. Churches have family systems. Any social group to which we belong, your bike club, anything. There's probably a system of unspoken rules. Here's what we do, here's what we don't do, right? And while some are good, I mean, I would encourage you to jump into the family system here that promotes your well-being, your spiritual well-being, your spiritual growth. So I'm not talking about that kind of family system. They're not all bad. And yet there are some where I can get locked into a dysfunctional scheme that says it's more important to abide by the family dynamics than it is to what's resonating in my heart. It's more important to not say something when I really want to say something, when I want to speak up. It's more important to be one of them to be me. My parents, who are now deceased, lived in southwestern Michigan, about 150 miles from where I lived, and I'd say, hey, it's worth it to drive 150 miles to see family. However, before I'd leave, I'd do my unity work because I could get triggered when I was with mom or dad, and no matter what my age, I became a child when I was with them in my eyes and in theirs. I don't know what that was about, but I did. And so I'd go there and we'd spend a few days there, and after a while I'd ask myself, why did I drive 150 miles to be with family? And I felt that way because I allowed the system to take over who I was. I wasn't authentic. It was hard for me at times, to be authentic with my mom and dad. Okay? God bless them. I think spiritual identity theft involves, as Eric Butterworth put it, not our image, but our I-amage. Giving away my I am to somebody or something else. And I suggest, in my opinion, that some of the worst and most immediately destructive kinds of spiritual identity theft occurs in our, or could occur in our relationships. And I'm speaking of two in particular. An abusive relationship, or a relationship with a practicing addict. Those are victim relationships in which we become the victim. And every bit of our resources, every bit of our I-amage is directed toward the other individual and their problems. I suggest that if you are in one of those relationships, to reconsider your approach to it. And if you're in an abusive relationship, pardon me, don't go to joint counseling, get your own. My wife Marie is an LCSW with her own private practice, and her clientele are female victims of domestic violence. These are women who have to deal with their victim mentality. I mean, some for good reason. You know, you're abused as a kid, you end up being abused in a relationship. I understand that. But there's a way out of that, and my wife Marie provides at least part of that. And one of the most vivid examples of giving away one's spiritual identity to another was when she was telling me about one of her clients whose husband abused and threatened her by putting a gun next to her head. And then the client adds, excusing the behavior and excusing her victimhood. But you know, Marie, the gun wasn't loaded. That's an extreme case of rationalization, obviously. And I suggest to you, and I'm including me in this also, any form of giving away my spiritual identity, my who I am standing here, involves some kind of rationalization. I make excuses. I come up with reasons why I'm not being the real me right now. I would never, ever approach a known thief on the street and say to that person, hey, here's my wallet. Here's my driver's license right here, credit cards. I'll even include my social security number for you so you can create the me you want to create. How many people have ever done that? Whew. Nobody. Not with my wallet, but I have with my I am. I've given the most valuable part of me over to you sometimes, whoever you are. All spiritual identity theft starts with me and you. Nobody can take it from us. Man, I'll tell you what, I can sure give it away. As Charles Fillmore states in his book, Christian Healing, whatever our idea of the am is, becomes our I will. So all the possibilities of principle are opened through us and to us through our I amness. And when we permit external circumstances to shape us, we have permitted that infinite possibility to be stolen from us. Why would we do that? I don't have the answer to that, by the way. I just say, wow, we are really irrational beings at times. And I want to stress that it's very likely none of us have lost our total spiritual identity. Speaking for myself, there's places I lose it, and there's times I give it away. Okay. Jesse Jennings, a religious science minister in A Science of Mind magazine, gives us a good example of spiritual identity theft. He talks about our becoming more scared of the appearance or the circumstances than we are confident in our ability to do anything about it. I like to say there is no challenge outside of you that is greater than that is within you. I give away my spiritual identity theft when I say that challenge outside of me is greater than anything I have within me. And that's not right to say. And then my emotions go there, and where my emotions go, my power goes, and there I am, having to restart again. When Moses was standing before the burning bush, remember that story? And God tells him, and in my mind, when God tells us something, it's our heart telling us something. It says, hey, brother, you need to lead the Israelites out of bondage. And Moses' response was, who, me? Who am I, he says to God. Who am I to lead them out of bondage? Who should I say sent me? And most of you know the answer. I am sent me. I am sent me. I stand in front of you because this is who I am. And it's the right thing for me to do. Yeah. Everyone in this room has done that many times in their life. I can bet on that. Everyone in this room has faced challenge and wondered if it was up to them, and you've done it. All I'm saying is let's continue to do it. I invite you to think back to conversations you had this morning. How did you identify yourself in those conversations? Did you complain? Complaining is victim speak in my mind. And I define complaining as whining about something or moaning about something without any plan at all of doing something about it. Sitting there and whining, complaining, and carrying on. Or maybe whining about something over which I have absolutely no control. This bracelet I have here, 10-day challenge. No blaming, whining, moaning, or complaining. If I don't do that for 10 days, I get to take it off. It's been there a while. I'm not fully enlightened yet. I'm on my way. Back to Jesse Jennings' article, he said, in praying positively about anything, we must become more enthused about the outcome we desire than we have been alarmed about the possible outcome we don't want to experience. So we have to invest our emotions in ourselves and our dreams and our goals and what we want. I mean, invest ourselves. Get the feeling of it. Get support in accomplishing it, in welcoming it. Directing this emotional energy begins with thinking and then moves into feeling. And remember, where our thoughts go, our emotions flow, and then our power goes. And there we are, either standing in integrity or giving away our spiritual identity. Jennings provides us with a roadmap to preventing spiritual identity theft. He points out that our task is to create a picture of wellness and well-being so compelling that there's just no room in the inn for anything less than that. So I have to work at this. I have to try and work. I have to create an idea of my I am so binding there is no room at the inn for an opposing idea. And at least for me, however I choose to do this, and some lunatics will argue with me for saying this, because I'll say to you, chances are I may have to start over. That happens sometimes. I'm not affirming failure. And I am affirming that sometimes I struggle and just owning it, being authentic, So it helps to have support. It helps to be in a community like this that supports me in those kind of dreams. You see, you remember my story about tailgating and what I used to do? And every now and then I'll regress for a short time. And I'll catch myself. I'll say, wait a minute. Pull over and let him or her by. Cut it out. I need reminders. Third unity principle, thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. Where I put my focus and attention expands in my life. So that's why I need to fill my thoughts and keep my thoughts filled with those thoughts, those things I desire. What I desire, what resonates in my heart. What resonates in my heart is to touch every life I can before I leave this planet in a positive way. That's what I want to do. And you know what? When I give away my spiritual identity, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Eric Butterworth said, stand guard at the door of your mind. We must continually be mindful of our thoughts so that our real spiritual identity cannot be stolen from us. I invite you all to protect yourselves against spiritual identity theft. The insurance is free. All it takes is attention. So how do I do this? Well, I'll give you one step. This is my suggestion. You all have a group here called prayer chaplains, don't you? I suggest, are you a prayer chaplain? Congratulations. Thank you for your service. You make a positive difference in people's lives. I suggest following the service, you stop in and pray with a prayer chaplain. At our church in Woodstock, I felt our prayer chaplains were vastly underutilized. Well, I have never done that before. Well, good. It's a good time to start. Oh, I've done that before. Good. It's a good time to repeat. Stop in and pray with a prayer chaplain. It'll take you a couple minutes. Tali Burkan, who is a firewalker instructor who's trained most of the firewalkers you've heard of, Tony Robbins, Edwin Gaines, he trained them all. He said a stone may have been lying at the bottom of a riverbed for 10 million years, but if you pluck it out and put it out in the sun, in 5 minutes it will be dry. Then you take a stone that was dry from the bank, put them next to each other, and there's no difference. You can take both those stones and put them in the river again, take them out, and now they're both wet, aren't they? The point is, our future does not have to reflect our past. We can dry out or get wet anytime we want. No matter how long I've been telling my story and living stuck in bondage of my past, once I set an intention to make that shift into a new level of living, the quality of my life changes forever because I am resonant with my I am. The Spirit of God in me, the Christ, as we call it in unity. And like I say, no one can steal my spiritual identity from me, but I can sure as heck give it away. You may be familiar with the story of the healing man at Bethzatha from the Bible story in the Gospel of John. It's about a healing pool, and the deal is that every now and then an angel of the Lord would come down and stir up the healing pool, and those people around, waiting to get around, if they could get in there fast enough and in the water while it's swirling around, they'd be healed. So Jesus comes up to a sick man at the healing pool who had been there for 38 years, the Bible says. Well, 38 doesn't mean 36, 37, 38. 38 means a really long time. And Jesus said to him, "Sir, do you want to be made well?" And the sick man answered, "Sir, I have no one to put me in the pool. And when the water is stirred up, I'm making my way there. Someone steps in front of me." It sounds like a biblical reality show, you know. Will Jebediah make it to the pool today? Well, let's see, you know. Jesus says to the guy, "Hey, man, take up your mat and walk." And I believe when Jesus talks in the Bible, that's our Christ talking to us. That's a Christ talking to me. Take up your mat and walk. Get about your business. Quit your whining. Quit your excuse. Quit your rationalization. Get about it. You're a powerful person. Live in that power. Stand up, take up your mat and walk. And at once the man was made well, and he took up his mat and began to walk. So I have to ask myself, where am I sitting around the healing pool making excuses? This man's I amness gave him the self-confidence to achieve anything he went after. The power was always there. His power was always there. 38 years he's by the pool. He just needed to be reminded of it, didn't he? Your power is never taken from you. Mine is never taken, but I'll tell you what, I've given it away. The Christ within us is constantly urging us to take up our mat and walk out of any type of victimhood or limitations. My second suggestion in regards to regaining your spiritual identity in some area where you may have lost it, okay, give a call to Silent Unity. Give a call to Silent Unity. I've never done that. Good time to start. I've done that before. Good time to repeat. 1-800-669-7729. Silent Unity. 24 hours a day. I don't like the phone. Email them. No rationalization, no excuses. Just takes a minute. Step out of your comfort zone and regain your authenticity where you need to. Okay? You know, whenever I speak to a group, I love what one of my favorite motivational speakers, Les Brown, says. He says, when you speak to somebody, he says, show up looking good, feeling good, and smelling good. I don't know about you, but when I engage in some personal grooming, I feel better. You know? Well, I suggest we engage in some inner personal grooming, some consciousness grooming. Now, some of you may feel you need to climb up Machu Picchu and take that spiritual journey, and that may be a great one. But since you're here right now, there's other things you can do. We can groom our consciousness in other ways. I provided you with 2 ideas. They're very simple, and you really don't need anything to do them except a prayer chaplain who's available and a call to Silent Unity. And here's the third. Take 1 hour for yourself this week, 1 hour, to do something that you've really wanted to do that's just for you. Okay? Be authentic. That's being real. You know what I really want? What do you really want to do? Go do it. 1 hour this week. I stated earlier that referring to traditional identity theft, that you could be branded as a check bouncer, a thief, a felon, or far worse, if someone steals your identity. When we give away our spiritual identity, we could be branded a victim or anything else that circumstances determine, couldn't we? Just give away our authenticity. And in closing, I will say to you this: we are not our circumstances. We are I am. We are the I amage of the Christ. And we are greater than any circumstance or challenge outside of us. And so we open up to all that is. Namaste. Thank you.
So let's pick up our mat and walk. We're going to incorporate cellularly experience this message. So I invite you to, we're going to sing together a round that's called Opening Up in Sweet Surrender to the radiant, the luminous love light of the world. So why don't we sing it all together, and then I'm going to have this group start in part one, and then you group, as you know, this is how a round goes. You'll do it well. So here, let's all sing it together, and Gretchen will lead us.
I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening.
I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world.
I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening.
So we open up and surrender to the idea of the divine presence within each of us in this time of guided meditation. So I invite you to fully relax and adjust your position if you need to, so that you're truly comfortable and feel at home. For indeed you are. I invite us all to take a great big deep cleansing breath. And surrender to that quiet whisper or that exciting energy that is God in you. Perhaps you will join me in placing both hands over your heart area. And while feeling the heartbeat of God, the heartbeat of Spirit, know that I am. Know that I am. I am. What is mine to do today? What is mine to do today? I am the Christ of my God. And I will be that Christ today. I am love. I am love. I am compassion. I am compassion. Today, my religion is kindness. Today, I am kind. The heartbeat of love and compassion and kindness pulse through my hands into my entire body. Today I surrender to the Christ in me. And I am all these things and so much more. May the heartbeat of love and compassion and kindness issue forth from me to all those whose lives I touch. Today, I continue to make a difference. And in the name and in the nature of the living Christ, I affirm that it is so, and so it is. Amen.
So we breathe into this deep breath of surrendering to the I am that is within us. And let us hold the hand of one of your spiritual family next to you. And we're going to sing in unison. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. And together.
We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the world. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening.
Good morning, I am. Beautiful children of God. We invite you to speak the names of those you would like held in prayer into this sacred space. We hold our beloved community in our hearts and prayers. We hold our minister, Reverend Heidi, our guest minister, Reverend Thomas Wendt, our board, our staff, our volunteers into this powerful prayer energy. We ask that you include the names of those who are asking for prayer. My daughter-in-law who made a transition July 10th included, and my son who's struggling. We ask that the peace and oneness bless our brothers and sisters around the world as we hold the high watch as peacemakers. Thank you, God, for prayers already answered, and so it is. Amen. We are your blessed prayer chaplains for today, and we are here to pray with you in the Fillmore room, and we hold your confidentiality in that sacred prayer. I am Sue Ellen, this is Jerry and Tom, and we will be privileged to pray with you. Thank you so much. Blessings. Amen.
So pick up your mat and walk right over and have a prayer with the chaplain. That's beautiful. That's so great. I also, in this prayer energy, I also wanted to just announce a couple of our spiritual family, Kevin Herndon and Doug McMorrow, and maybe they're online right now. Kevin had a stroke-like experience and has had a lot of memory loss, so he's home now. And Kevin and Doug McMorrow fell and has had shoulder surgery. So I saw them yesterday, and they were really celebrating being home together, but they aren't able to get out and do a lot of things. So, so Skip Sams is organizing a care team, and we just love you to go over. It'll also be at the table over there with the youth folks. So if you want to, if you have any time to help, Skip's organizing everyone in that way. Tom, thank you so much, Reverend Tom. So I just invite us, as we're going to talk about our giving from our abundance, that we really visualize. Let's just take a moment to close your eyes and visualize this community and this church and these grounds just always having everything we need as far as financial wellness and emotional wellness, and that our health is always just being burst with all of our cells remembering the health that they are. But we really want to hold that energy in the idea of this always being a community that works, a community that lives in its sense of thriving, and that all is well. And so from that place, we just give from where we've already received. We appreciate that you all are giving out of love, and we're going to say together our prosperity, conscious giving blessing. I invite you to hold your tithe, your love offering in your hands, or just put your hands together, and because you can feel that energy of you. And let's say together our conscious giving blessing, knowing that divine love is richly flowing through you. Together, divine love richly flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful for the blessings of this day. I am grateful for the blessings on the way, and it's down in my soul.
Oh yeah, help me out, 'cause I hear the music. Oh, come on. Down in my soul, oh yeah, I hear the music. Down in my soul, I hear the music. Down in my soul, and the whole wide world is my home. I got a new day down in my soul. I got a new day down in my soul. I got a new day down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. Bring it down now. I love that silence down in my soul. I love God's silence down in my soul. I love the silence down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. I feel the power down in my soul. You feel it? Yeah. I feel that power down in my soul. I feel the power down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. Yes, it is. And the whole wide world is my home. Oh, yes, it's my home. All right, unity, prosperity in action.
And that's a girl that picked up her mat and went for a walk. Thank you, Gretchen. Woo, my Lord. All right, and I do welcome everybody online, and just for a moment I want to thank Edgar, who does our recording each week up there, and I can't tell you how many people. Let's give Edgar a hand. Because I don't know, Edgar, if you know this, but so many people say, I wasn't feeling good, and I stayed home, I had this thing happen, I was in Mexico, oh my gosh, and I had to watch. So, and people say the service is so beautiful, so thank you, and I'm so glad that's a big ministry of ours, and so thank you, Edgar, it wouldn't happen without you. So we just breathe into feeling wealth, experience wealth, feel the sense of everything's working out, because that is the feeling of prosperity. So please repeat after me. Prosperity is my way of life. Prosperity is my way of life. Abundance is my natural state of being. Abundance is my natural state of being. I receive gratefully. I give generously. And the whole wide world is my home. Thank you all so much. All right, so we are welcoming Fred McHaffey with another group of spiritual adventures. All right.
To those of you who are joining us for the first time, please let me be among those to extend a warm welcome to you. So glad that you are with us, and I certainly hope that you have enjoyed your time here at Unity in Chicago. We have a token of appreciation for your time here. We need to know who you are, though, so please raise your hand so the folks with our flowers can find us. There's one in the back. The people who are passing out the flowers, those with the pink badges, are members of our welcome team. So there's one here. There we go. Good. Don't want to miss anybody. They have on pink badges. They'll be in the welcome area downstairs in the library. They would love to get to know you. So please take a moment and stop by, see them, ask questions, learn more about Unity in Chicago. We'd like to learn more about you. In the packet that you've received, there is a yellow information card. We would very much appreciate your filling that out, leaving it with the members of the welcome team so that we know who you are and how you found out about us. And a reminder to everyone to please check our website, www.unitychicago.org. You'll find the latest happenings listed there, as well as our business directory. Be sure to like us on Facebook and stay in touch with us by way of our weekly email blast. And if you're not receiving that, you can sign up for that at the base of the stairs. Just a few brief announcements, I promise, brief. Carol, our pet ministry leader, is here today. Stop by and visit her. She's got a lovely little kitty here who's looking for a home. Looking for a foster home. Ta-da. Again, a reminder that Roe has burgers downstairs, burgers and soda for $5, so don't leave here empty. Supplies are limited, so you want to make sure you check her out. There's still time to join the 2016 Gala team. The next meeting is tomorrow, the 22nd, at 6:30 in the evening in the library. And this is an opportunity for you to come and share your ideas for gaming activities and donations. And finally, our midweek meditation will take place again, as it always does, on Wednesday from 6:15 to 6:45. Please come and join us and just take some time to breathe. And Heidi's got a few things to announce here.
So if you noticed our fun flowers and with balloons on them, every summer we have a number of people that come. Our teachers take a break, and so we have these adults, or people that say they're adults anyway, to come and share their gifts and their life with the kids. And we've had everything from feng shui to yoga to gardening to cooking to magic, just to name a few. So we want to thank. So I got these flowers for you all, and if you all want to come take a balloon after the service, you're just welcome. So anyway, if you were part of Kids Expressing, please stand up, because we want to give you a big hand. Martha, yeah, Joe, so y'all give us yes. So thanks for your time. I know the kids really blessed you, and I know that you are a blessing. We are having a shift in our youth program. It's going to be a brand new beginning. We're having an open house, and we're going to have a family fall festival. But Marilyn Jaffe resigned, and we have a new youth director. That is Lynn Williams, and she's going to come say howdy. Yeah, Lynn has worked in education with the Girl Scouts, recreation and parks. So we just have a few moments to say howdy.
Where's my theme from Rocky? I was waiting for that. No. Hi, everybody. I'll be brief. I know it's getting into the Sunday day and things to do, but I'm so excited for this. I love Unity. I love you all so much, and this was an opportunity for me to jump in and do something to contribute. So I just know that I'm looking at some of my new youth and family friends that are going to come help me out. So you know what? When I started at Unity 7 years ago, I had all this background with teaching, and I was too scared to go help with the kids because I thought, you know what, I don't know enough about Unity to do this. I don't know what if they ask me what the fifth power is or something. I won't know. But you don't need to know. You just need to have an open heart. You need to love play. You need to love joy. You need to love our future, which is our children. So we're having a little table, Skip and I think Skip's still around, isn't he, or not? Well, I'm having a little table out there. Come and just give me your name if you think you'd even be remotely interested in just an hour, once a month, twice a month. We have all different levels of things you can do, and it's going to be fun, I promise. So come join me, and I think that's it. All right.
Okay, so we have, and there is Mario, right? You see that guy right there? Raise your hand. Mario is the teacher and the most fun guy I've met in a long time. So go talk to Mario. Yes, yay. Okay, so again, this is one of our big blasts. It's Linda Clifford on a Friday night, so you all get here. Linda has been on, the woman has been like weeks and weeks and months on the #1 Billboard magazine dance chart. She's earned Grammy Awards and televised performances. She's been on American Bandstand, Solid Gold, Soul Train, The Midnight Special, Don Kirshner's rock concert, and the Merv Griffin Show. And she is going to be here Friday night, and you're going to all be here Friday night. So we've got a very quick little, yes, and then we'll have Chris come up and say one thing. Okay, here we go.
Hi, Unity family. It's me, Linda Clifford, just doing a little light reading. Hope you'll come down and join us August 26th for a boogie and good time. We're going to disco the night away right here at Unity. Make sure you come in, bring your friends, have a good time, and I'll see you at 7 o'clock, Friday, August 26th. Hi, Heidi. Hey, Peter. See you. First, you want to come up. So you pick up your mat. You walk right over there. That Michael, he is bored. He needs your attention. So go on over. You can get tickets for friends. And here's Chris, our treasurer. He's got a little message. He's awful cute.
Thank you, Heidi. Yeah, I just wanted to invite you again one more time to purchase your Linda Clifford tickets. It's happening this Friday night, and from a treasurer's perspective, I just wanted to share that 60% of our funds come from here Sunday through your collections. Thank you very much. Another 10% come from renting the facility, whether it's a wedding or a memorial or the AA group. And that last 30% is our events. So I just wanted to let you know how much we're counting on you, and I hope to see you Friday night. Thank you.
And you know, we have this thing called angel tickets. So if you can't come, you can buy a ticket and we'll give it to somebody that wants to come. All right, here we go. Tom Logan is back on the stage.
Thank you, thank you. you guys know the refrain, please sing along with me. If you want to stand up, let's get this thing going. 2, 3. Oh, her eyes make the stars look like they're not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Yeah, I know, when I compliment her, she won't believe me. And it's so sad to think that she don't see what I see. But every time she asks me, do I look okay? I say, come on everybody. When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing. Just the way you are, everybody. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. Because you're amazing, just the way you are. Yeah, her lips, I could kiss them all day if she'd let me. Her laugh, she hates, but I think it's so sexy. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Oh, you know, I'd never ask you to change. If perfect's what you're searching for, then just stay the same. So don't even bother trying to ask me if you look okay. You know I'll say, when I see your face, let's all sing. There's not a thing that I would change. Because you're amazing, just the way you are. Everybody sing. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. The way you are. The way you are. Because you're amazing, just the way you are. When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. Yeah! Thank you. Gretchen Goodrich, Peter Paulzak, Bill Harrison, Sarah Allen. Thank you.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Yay God! Yay us!
1, 2, 3. Good love. A good love. A good love. Huh. I was feeling so sad. I asked my friendly doctor just what I had. I said, Doctor,
Doctor!
Mr. MD,
Doctor!
can you tell me what's ailing me? Yeah.
Doctor!
He said, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That be all I really need. Good love. Give me that loving.
Good love,
All I need is loving.
good love,
Loving early in the morning.
good love,
Loving late at night now. Love, love,
love.
love, 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 love now. Do you love me, baby?